Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Divine Traveler, the tale behind the stone walls. As we travel from the capital city of Hyderabad towards Suryapet, Khammam and then towards the beautiful city of Vijayawada, I would travel you through some of the glorious temples that we visited on way. Here I am beginning with episode number 6 of phase 3 of our journey, starting with day number 26. On day 26, we started from our hotel at Hyderabad. Our first destination was to find and search for a temple at a place called Boyagubba based on some article in newspaper. We did find out the temple after much difficulty after talking to locals, but unfortunately the local boy who claims to be the owner of the place came out to hit me stating that it's their land and no one can enter there. It's a pity that the structure which looked really beautiful and a typical Kakatiya Mandapa kind of is not receiving any whatsoever kind of attention from the local administration or ASI. The temple is thickly covered with bushes and is in a very dilapidated state, which requires immediate attention. I was with my wife and infant daughter, so we decided to leave the place out of fear. But this is the shock statement of things in Telangana. On our way back, there was another old temple which one can visit. I don't know the name of the temple, but it is dedicated to Lord Hanuman and Bhadra. Our second destination of the day, Chaaya Someshwara Temple at Nalgonda. Chaaya Someshwara Temple is a Shaivite Hindu temple located in Panagal, Nalgonda district of Telangana. The temple was constructed during the 11th century under the rule of the Kundru Cholas, which is a branch of Telugu Cholas by the Ikshvakus. The temple got its name as it is believed that the formation of relentless shadow of a pillar falls over the main deity of Shivalingam throughout the day. The amazing temple, engineered by Kundru, testifies the fantastic creative thinking and scientific knowledge of its architects. Many clusters of historic Hindu temples dating between 6th and 14th century in a band of extending from western Telangana through northern Chhattisgarh state, showing a blend of influences between the northern and southern style or Indian style of temple architecture. In Panagal, both Shaiva and Vaishnava temples and artwork is found. Of these, Pachala and Chaaya Someshwara temples are dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva. These Shiva temples include shrines and artworks dedicated to Vishnu and other Hindu deities like Surya, Dattatreya, etc. The reliefs, panels, and artworks, the walls and square pillars in these temples largely depict famous legends from the Vedas, Puranas, and major epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata. Talking about the architecture, the temple of Chaaya Someshwara follows a typical Dravidian style of architecture with the shikhara above a typical pyramid shaped garbhagriha. There are, however, no gopurams around. It's one of the finest examples of architectures with motifs, carvings, and exquisite pillars all through. It is situated on the side of a beautiful lake and is a treat to visit. The complex houses three deities Surya, Vishnu, and Shiva, facing three different directions, connected by a common Mahamandapa. The temple also demonstrates wonderful sculpture and artwork. Of the three shrines, the main shrine is dedicated to Shiva, another to Vishnu, and third to Surya. The temple is highly ornate and richly carved, though with many signs of intentional damage to face, ears, limbs, or chopped out Nandi heads during 14th to 18th century regional wars between Islamic sultanates and Hindu kingdoms. The pillars of the temple are decorated in great detail with relief sculptures of episodes from Ramayana and Mahabharata. Several sculptures collected from this area are preserved at the museum constructed in the compound of Pachala Someshwara Swami temple. Some of the ancient Shivalingas preserved in the museum were collected from a village called Yeleshwaram, which was submerged during the construction of Pachala Ramalingeshwara temple, which lies 1.2 km from this temple. The major attraction of this temple is its mysterious shadow or chaya on which the temple has been named too. There is a shadow that falls on the main deity, Shivalingam. The shadow is apparent even today when you visit the temple. Although there is no pillar in front of the lingam, a shadow appears in the form of one of the pillars that have been sculpted outside the sanctum sanctorum of the temple. It was till recently that it was a mystery that many failed to solve. However, now it is known that it is the result of complex architecture and scientific calculations. It is, it is nothing less than an architectural wonder that the shadow is created through reflection of light through various pillars which have been placed strategically in front of a sacred chamber. At Panagal, our next destination was Pachala Someshwara temple, which is around 1.4 kilometers from Chaaya Someshwara temple. This Shaivite temple is dedicated to Lord Shiva. The main idol of the deity of the temple is carved out of green onyx, which is the source of the temple's name, Pacha meaning green in Telugu. The temple dates back to 11th, 11th or 12th century CE. Based on the inscriptional evidence and architectural style, the Pachala Someshwara temple is dated to the 11th to 12th century CE. It was probably built during the rule of Koduru Cholas and Prataparudra I of Kakatiya Empire, who ruled over the Panagal region. The temple has four shrines. The four shrines face into a large common Mahamandapa that was originally open but is now crudely walled in. Columns here have their shafts covered with reliefs, as do the basements and walls of the shrines. The architecture of the temple is unique with no fixed pattern being followed. There are two main shikharas and one small shikhara above a typical pyramid shaped garbhagriha with no gopurams in the compound. There is a huge mandapa with four shrines. These shrines are arranged three on the western side, while there is only one on the eastern side with a common and large rectangular Mahamandapam. These well preserved, exquisite carvings of Hindu gods and goddesses and popular legends represent a sculpture tradition that has mainly been lost in Telangana. One of the best sculpture works that I have visited till date, the temple is currently under renovation and is a treat to visit. The historic temple represents the rich legacy of Panagal region in Nalgonda district with its finest sculptural works. The mandapa is built on pillars with exquisite carvings and sculptures of stories from various Hindu scriptures. The temple features 70 pillars, each adorned with intricate carvings that depict stories of Vishnu and Shiva, along with the tales from Hindu scriptures like Ramayana and Mahabharata. One of the temple legends tells of a very big and brilliant emerald that once that once rested beneath the shining lingam. According to the legend, this emerald was stolen during the numerous Islamic raids in the region. Well friends, that brings me to the end of part 1. I hope you enjoyed the video. Keep watching the remaining parts of this episode. Do take care of yourself and bye for now.